So, Nikki, can you give us a very brief overview on what R&D tax relief credit is?
Yes, of course, Kirsty. So if your business is doing research and development, R&D, it's quite likely that you could also potentially get some tax relief upon that. So you would already be getting your normal relief as it being an expense or a capital item. However, there's actually enhanced tax relief that you can get as well if it qualifies. So there are various rules for whether it qualifies or not, but the scope is very wide. So there may be, you may be doing some sort of research that you perhaps don't think it is, but it's always worth talking to an expert to check if it does fulfill the category or not, the criteria or not, because if it does, then it could be worth a lot of money to you, because what you will get, instead of just getting if you'd spent £1,000, instead of getting £1,000, potentially you could get up to 2,300 tax relief on it. So it's really can potentially be quite substantial.
That's potentially quite a lot of money. So, what should somebody do if they think they've got a case for R&D tax credit?
I think they should get call their accountant as soon as possible and discuss it with them. Now, most accountants will be pretty familiar, and if they can't do the claim themselves, usually they'll have someone in their firm that are able to do it. If it's a very small practice, you might need to go to an external specialist, or even if it's a really large claim, you might want to go to an external firm which specialises in R&D. So it's what is important is to get on it as soon as possible, because there are you can only go back 2 years. So there are some strict time rules of when you can apply. So you don't want to find that actually what you spent £100,000 on 3 years ago, you could have had relief, but sorry, too late. So, get in now, be prepared. And, what's the worst case? They say no, that you can't qualify. The other thing I would be careful of is there are some firms which are a bit salesy. There's nothing wrong with doing salesy, but they can trap you into quite expensive long-term contracts in R&D. So just be careful what you're getting into, because if you've got a decent R&D specialist, yes, of course, they're going to charge you a reasonable fee because of their knowledge and their ability to be able to make sure that they maximize your claim. However, just be careful that you don't end up giving away too much of your relief on professional fees.